Today I got a brand new HP Envy X360. I want to do a memory upgrade. I'm going to open it up and see what I can do inside. Hey guys, how's it going? Dale here. Today I got a brand new HP Envy X360. It's got the AMD Ryzen 5 4000 series processor in it. It has 8 gigabytes of DDR4 memory. Customer wants to see if I can upgrade it, which I'm pretty sure I can. I'm going to show you how I open it up and see what we can do for upgrading the memory. So let me go ahead and shut it down here. It's a 2-in-1. It's a 360. It's all touch screen, of course. I'll have all the specs and everything for you on the screen. As soon as it shuts off here, we're going to open it up carefully. And when you open up your laptop or any project like this, make sure you're protected against static discharge. So keep that in mind when you're getting inside. So on these types of, most of these HPs, these little rubber bumpers here, we got to remove these. They're on there with a self-adhesive. Putting them back on is no big deal. There's usually plenty of adhesive left on the strip to put it back on. But if not, you can use a couple of little micro specks of like super glue or something to hold it on, mainly just on the ends. So I'm going to get a little pointy little tool in here to get underneath this thing and lift it up, hopefully. And you got to be really careful, not getting too big a hurry. You don't want to scratch your chassis. If you scratch a little underneath there, it's not that big a deal, but you can see how it just peels off. Try not to stretch it too much if you can help it. They're super, super thin. The one in the front, generally the one in the back is a little bit thicker. Lay them somewhere so you don't get fuzzies all over it. So we're going to again get underneath the little tiny edge here. Just get it started. You can use the edge of a little X-Acto knife or a razor knife to get under there just to get it started like this or like that. Lay in with the sticky side up if you can. All right, so I'm going to use a number 1 Phillips magnetic tip screwdriver. Get these screws out. Let me flip it back around here, guys. So you got one little tiny little guy here. I believe that is that's a Torx. I got to grab my Torx pick for that. But I'm going to remove all these screws. Want to try to put them back in the same holes if all possible. Lay them out in a pattern so you can remember. These are a little delicate to open when you're using a spudger tool. You just got to be really careful because along the edges on the side it's like it's actual aluminum. You can bend it and distort it, so you have to be really careful putting tools in there, and I'll show you in a minute. Hopefully we can get some more memory in this. I've done upgrades. I think I got videos on a couple of these X360s I've done in the past. I don't remember off the top of my head what I did. Probably solid state drive or something. So we got all the main screws out, as you can see, but I have to get this one out here. I gotta go grab my Torx. Hold on just a second, guys. Be right back. All right, guys. I had to go. Thought I had my Torx bit here. I had to go grab it. But anyway, I'm using a T5 Torx bit to get this little screw out right here. Just make sure you got one with a good quality tip, because if you booger that screw up, you're going to be drilling it out, and you don't really want to be doing that. So let's just get that out of the way. Not a very big screw. Very small little screw there. All right. So now I'm going to get my Spudger tool. And again, along the sides here, like where these ports are and stuff, where the bottom pan, it like recesses, sets down in to the palm rest area on the top. And over here is another more ports. Just got to be careful getting your Spudger in there. So what I'm going to try to do, if I can, start in the front with my plastic triangle Spudger here. These are very, very tight. It's very difficult. Oop, deal. Stuck. Getting in a hurry here, guys, sorry. Just gotta find the sweet spot to get this in there. And try back here in the corner. So there, see, I got it lifted up. I don't know if you can see that or not there. I'm gonna gently, as I can, get that, oh, look at that. That's all it took. It pretty much came loose on its own, but putting your tools in there and then bending, you don't really want to do that because you can easily distort this. So I get this off. You can mess up here along the edge here because this is aluminum. If you bend that and you put that back on, you're going to see ripples in it. You don't want to do that. So anyway, I got it opened. Here's our M.2 NVMe SSD. We're not going to mess with that today, but that's where you can put in a new one. Right now, this one's got a 256 gigabyte. Our RAM modules are underneath this little metal plate here. So they got lots of tape on it. But before I do too much here, let me get rid of this tape here. Kind of holding this down. Last couple of models I didn't have this tape. These 360s, these MVs are all very similar, but there's slight differences in like the motherboards and whatnot. So there, remove the tape. This shield is going to lift off here, but honestly, guys, before I do that, I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to show you how to remove your battery, because if you drop this shield onto the motherboard accidentally and it hits in the right spot, and you just bricked your motherboard, and you don't want to do that. So let me carefully get the screws out to hold the battery in. There's not only a couple of them here. It's a large battery, but let's get it out of the way. Only takes but a minute. And the screw over here, because the battery attaches to the motherboard right here. We just want to get the battery out of the way there. Get my plastic tool in here. Lift it up, just slide it back. Forget a screw. Oh, did I forget a screw? Bad deal. Have one more over there, right down in the corner here. So anyway, we're gonna get Mr. Battery over here, and just as an added precaution, I'm going to open the lid, find my power button on the side here, tap it a few times, hold it in to discharge any residual juice that's in there. Alright, so our RAM is under this metal, very thin metal cover. You can, I don't know if you get that or not, cameraman, but there's little clips like here and here, and then run all along the perimeter of this that this snaps into. So I'm just going to get my little tool in there and just pop it up. That darn strip. So we're going to lift that up. So it has two 4 gig sticks in it. It's nice it has 2 slots, so let's pop those out. They're just squeeze these little clips out here. It should pop up. And we have 4 gig. It's got 3200, so that's good. 3200 megahertz memory, an HPMV. I love it. So let's get those out and put in. Where did I have those at? Samsung. I got there we go. All right. So I'm going to put in 2 8 gigs of 3200 of Samsung memory here, guys. Want to make sure I have the right RAM. Been doing a lot of these today. Pop it in, good clicks. Make sure the clips go in all the way on the side. Sometimes they don't want to snap in, so you got to persuade them gently. Nothing worse than putting RAM in and then you got to open it back up because it didn't seat right. So that felt good there. So we got the new RAM in. We're not going to mess with anything else. You can see you got a couple of nice cooling fans here with some heat pipes on either side. That's good. It is a Ryzen 5 4500 series processor. It's got a little bit of kick to it, without a doubt. Yeah, nice little upgrade going from 8 to 16 gigs. Oop, we got to put our little cover back on. Now, lining this up is not always easy. Got to slip this back down. I usually like to start in a corner. This corner over here where they got one here and one here. So we'll start there, I guess. And I know my hands are going to get in the way, guys, so you don't want to force this. If you can help it. It's just, it's really hard to see. There's like little fingers that stick up and it has to slide down in. That's how it clips in there, which we got it the first time, it looks like, which is good. So let's put our tape back, holding it in. Put our battery back in place. Pretty much only goes one way. Now, once you attach that battery, keep in mind, got power flowing in there to some of those circuits, so be very careful. If you're going to drop stuff, do it somewhere else. Alright, just put our screws back in, put the cover back on, and hopefully we got a good upgrade. Yeah, I mentioned maybe we put a bigger SSD in there for them, but 256 I think will be plenty for now, but you can throw a 500 or 1 terabyte, whatever you want in there actually. Got lots of videos on doing that kind of stuff. So check them out in my playlist on my landing page on my YouTube channel, guys. That'd be cool. I just like to talk when I work. Sorry, guys. I had somebody leave a comment once saying I talk too much. Go figure. I told them, yeah, that's what my ex told me. All right, we got all our battery screws back in. We're buttoned up with our RAM. We're good to go there. So let's pop this back on. Yippity skippy. Yeah, I'm going to wait to put all the screws back in just to make sure our RAM is good. Now, it might take a little extra time to post the first time when I turn it on. That's normal with RAM. I might even get a message from the BIOS saying that, you know, CMOS has changed, blah, blah, blah. We'll find out in a second here. But that's all normal because the BIOS has got new parts to look at. So let's power it back on. Gonna have to open that back up. I'm not sure what that was. That might have been a fluke. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it sounded like a fan.
That was weird. Man, I'll pop it open real quick. I'm just gonna wait for it to post here. It is on. Oops. All right, so now it's telling us the CMOS checksum is invalid because we added more memory. This is totally normal. Basically, just hit enter. It gives you an on-screen keyboard because it's a touch screen, but I'm just going to hit enter. I don't know why that would be doing that. There's nothing. It didn't go anywhere. It sounds like something rubbing on the fan.
On the fan, yeah.
Yeah. We'll pop that back open and take a look. Gee, did I leave a tool in there?
That'd be impressive. Don't have very much room.
Not a whole lot of room, but I just want to get it booted up here and check out my RAM situation. Real life, guys, stuff happens.
Part of the fun.
Part of the fun, right? All right, let's just open up our task manager here real quick. And click on performance, memory. Boom, we got 16 gigabytes of 3200 megahertz RAM, so we're good to go on our memory upgrade. 16 is better than 8. Plus we got dual channel. On a laptop, you know, typically that don't matter unless you have a high-end gaming laptop or something, but nonetheless. All right, it's powered off. Oh, just a reflection. All right, let me...
This is a good reason why we don't button it all fully back up.
That's right. Oh, that comes off. That comes off almost too easy. Come on, Dale. All right, why would it be making that noise?
I want to check the panel too.
Oh, what is that? Interesting.
Anything on that panel over there?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Alright, so it goes on here like this. Anything come loose on here? Don't look like it. Looks good to me. It's a mystery. Got a mystery noise.
It's been good and free.
I know, there's... Alright, I don't see any tools laying in here, do you?
Nope.
Maybe it could... Alright guys, took a little intermission there, because I don't know if you noticed it. After I put the ram in, put the cover back on the bottom, flipped it over, and I turned it on, we heard a very, very slight little flicking little noise. It only lasted for about 1 second, then it went away. Figured out what that noise was. It was bugging me. I thought maybe something was rubbing on one of these cooling fans. You got 2 of them in here. This one I took out, and I'll tell you why in a second, because upon further inspection with my bright little light and spinning the fan real slow here, I noticed something shiny inside there that looked out of place. So I removed the fan, and lo and behold, this little silvery little clip right here was inside the fan. And what that is one of these little clips for this little shield that are like basically attached to the motherboard to hold the shield down. The shield is nice and solid, it's not going anywhere. But this clip, when I lifted it up, it must have not been secure from the factory or something, but these take very little effort to remove. It must have fell inside the fan. I didn't notice it, we didn't notice it, but I caught it, and that was our noise. So I took that out, we don't need that. And that's all the more reason why disconnecting your battery is a good idea. Had that little thing fell on the motherboard and landed in just the right spot, it could have arced something, could have bricked your board. So let's go ahead and put the fan back in. I think we fixed that little problem. So I just simply sits in place like that. And here's our 3 screws I took out. But yeah, when I first turned it on, just the slightest little noise, then it went away because those fans don't run all the time. They kick on slightly when you first turn it on, but then they won't turn back on until it heats up a little bit. So I'm glad we caught that. Just real life, guys. Little things like that can happen. You have to just be careful and expect the unexpected, I guess. So this video turned out to be a little bit longer than I anticipated because of that, but we should be good on all that. So we moved our obstruction. I got to plug this fan back in, however, though. I believe it goes in like, never know. Yes, it goes in like that. So I'm plugging the fan back in. Boom, clipped right in. Be careful. I had to be really careful with those wires because they're super tiny. So hopefully you won't have to deal with that on yours. So now I'll put this back on. Clear. Battery's good. And we already checked out the RAM. Should have it, like I said, turned out to be no big deal. Could have been, had we not removed it and took it out. Could have caused serious issues with that fan. Good Lord, can't get a hold of that deal. They got magnets that suck that thing down.
No, 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 please, no.
All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. What should I do? I'm kidding. I appreciate you guys watching. If you like it, give me a like. Sorry, it's been a long day here, guys. If you loved it, give me a sub. Watch some more of my videos. Check out my playlist. You all have a great day.